that surrounds the women that they only take up the responsibility of their parents till they get married. But the fact is that women today are equally independent and responsible and are taking up the responsibility of their parents even after they get married.
Myth: women are not meant to be an entrepreneur. Statistics show the ranking of female entrepreneurs growing faster than those of their male counterparts. From 2013 to 2014, the number of female entrepreneurs grew nearly by 10%. The male taking up entrepreneurship plug increased only by 3.3%. According to 2016 PNB Paribas Entrepreneurship Report, companies headed by female entrepreneurs had 13% higher revenue than those run by male and finished 9% above the average.
There's nothing I can do to prevent cancer. Luckily, having a healthy lifestyle and getting regular cancer screenings can help prevent some of the most common types of cancer. For example, Pap smear and colonoscopies help doctor find and remove precancerous cells in your cervix and colon, the two very common types of cancer. Keeping off extra weight can prevent cancer too. If you are just 11 pounds heavier than you were in your high school, your chance of getting cancer increases too. How can I prevent cancer? Stay at a healthy weight and have regular screenings to lower your chance of developing cancer. You should also get a pap smear every 3 years if you are an age gap between 21 and 29 years old. If you are between 30 and 64 years old, you should get a pap smear every 5 years combined with a test for human papillomavirus HPV, which is a type of disease you get from having sex.
So, another really widely prevalent myth we have always noticed in our societies is that women must remain at home. The truth to this is that this is a kind of a philosophy which should better suit in the Stone Age and not really in this generation. Because women must come out of their homes to lead and provide better directions to our society. No society can grow without the support of women, and in fact, behind the success of every single man, there is always the support of a woman. It is very obvious that women lead at the home, like we have always seen in our mothers. And thus, we should always try to imagine the kind of a world where women would not just stay inside the homes, but would also come out and lead the outside world equally with the men. There must be a very dynamic change in the mindset of the men about women and women leaders. Men must change their attitude and perceptions towards women, and they must understand the ground realities and understand the advantages of encouraging women to lead in all the fronts to build a better world.
New moms should get the rest they need after giving birth. But do they really need to stay in bed away from friends and family for a month? Well, cultures all over the world have different practices for new moms. How much rest do you really need after giving birth? After giving birth, most of the new moms will need at least couple of days of full rest. But it is necessary to get out of bed and move around as soon as you can. Movement will help you prevent dangerous blood clots from forming. Second, don't wait for a full month to visit to your OB's office. Be sure to see your OB for follow-up 2 weeks after you give birth, especially if you are feeling low, have bladder problems, or having any kind of pain.
Request our program coordinator Kajal Parashar ma'am to express her views on this exceptional day.
Thank you, Ritika.
Thank you, ma'am.
So once again, on behalf of KIT University, on behalf of School of Electronics Engineering, and my own behalf, that is on behalf of KIT NSS Bureau, I welcome all the STEAM members in this occasion. As it's my 8th meeting today since morning, which I'm moving here and there to celebrate this day. and by just last meeting I came around 7:45 from an orphanage, and I think that's the right place to celebrate this.
She was an English faculty at Sushila Birla Girls' School for a time period of 5 years, after which she helped in expanding Miranda House and has been successfully taking care of its administration. Apart from being a successful businesswoman, she's a homemaker and a mother of a 5-year-old daughter. Welcome, ma'am. I request you to share with us your experience and inspire us.
Thank you so much, Ritika. To begin with, I feel I would like to say, before talking about anything else, I feel where there's a woman, there's magic. Because that is what I believe in. Women have come a long way in their struggles for equality, but there's still a long distance to cover. No matter what you do, what you achieve, and who you are, at the end of the day, you are reminded, don't forget you're a mother. Don't forget you're a wife, and don't forget you're a daughter. Don't let anyone tell you that you're weak because you're a woman. Because as Michelle Obama has said, that there's no limit to what women can accomplish. So we have the capability beyond our imagination as well. Women have that power or the expertise of multitasking. And for me, it's my mother who has always been my role model. We lived in a joint family wherein we were 2 sisters. And my mom, she started working when we were, say, around about 6 and 3. And I would not say she beautifully managed. There was time when she juggled, but she beautifully juggled between work front and home front. And that has always inspired me.
And a housemaker is someone who makes a house a home. She loves exploring new things and trying new ideas. She has completed her BA degree from Bareilly College, Bareilly. Welcome, ma'am. I request you to motivate us with your experiences.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity today to join you all. And good evening, the members of the Femina. People call us Granny or housewife. But the modern world has given us a new name, homemaker. Today, with growing number of educated masses, there are full of understandings that it is in the hands of a woman to make a house, a home to live in. She is the one who is available 24/7. She understands everyone's feelings without their say. She is the one who continuously makes sacrifices herself and her wants in order to please everyone and make them happy. She never hesitates in putting other people's needs before her own. A homemaker is the root of the family. If she falls ill or is not available for any reason, the whole house stops functioning.
Now, I request our fellow volunteer, Sai Praveena, to give her views on this special occasion.
Good evening, everyone present here. Year after year, March 8 is celebrated as International Women's Day. It celebrates the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women while highlighting the problems they face day-to-day life as well as professional environment. The day also marks as call to action of accelerating gender parity. So ahead of this notable day, I would like to speak about the significance and history of International Women's Day. Coming to history of International Women's Day, the International Women's Day can be traced back to February 28, 1909, when the Socialist Party of America designated this day in honor of garment workers' strike in New York. However, the first official celebration of International Women's Day happened in 1911.
Apart from being a successful businesswoman, she's a homemaker and a mother of a 5-year-old daughter. Welcome, ma'am. I request you to share with us your experience and inspire us.
Thank you so much, Ritika. To begin with, I feel I would like to say, before talking about anything else, I feel where there's a woman, there's magic. Because that is what I believe in. Women have come a long way in their struggles for equality, but there's still a long distance to cover. No matter what you do, what you achieve, and who you are, at the end of the day, you are reminded, don't forget you're a mother. Don't forget you're a wife, and don't forget you're a daughter.
She has a work experience of 7 years in the domain of educational and non-government organization. She left her job as a MIS coordinator in Agra, India last year and currently works as a freelancer. Welcome, ma'am. I request you to encourage us with your hardships and experiences.
Hi, thank you. First of all, good evening all and happy International Women's Day. So as introduced earlier, I am Anubha Jain Jalan and I am currently working as a freelancer and a homemaker. Since I have experience of 7 years in NGO as well as in education sector. So my last job was in NGO. I was doing job of life. My job was going very smooth. There was no problem. Or everything is good. But even after marriage, my job was I continue my job.